Ladies and gentlemen, friends, dreamers, hustlers, those who want to succeed, and even those who came here just to kill boredom, welcome. Today I want to talk about one thing that has shaped my life, my career, and even my funny-looking face, being different from others. You see, the world is very crowded. 8 billion people are alive today, but guess what? Most of them are busy trying to copy each other. If one person buys an iPhone, suddenly everyone wants the same phone, even if their pockets are crying louder than their ringtone. If one person opens a coffee shop, suddenly 3 neighbors also open coffee shops. Then everybody is selling cappuccino, but nobody is drinking it. That's why I always say, don't be like everyone else, be different. When I was young, I was not the smartest boy in the classroom. In fact, I was so ordinary in academics that my teachers thought I had been born just to give other students confidence. They thought, if Jack can't do it, then at least others will feel better about themselves. They believed I was a professional failure, even before I officially started failing. I failed my exams repeatedly, I failed many job interviews, and if there had been a competition for looking handsome, I would have failed that too. But out of all those failures, I learned one very powerful lesson. If I cannot be better than others, I can still be different. Now, let me make it clear, being different doesn't mean you should dye your hair green, tattoo your forehead with your ex's name, or wear socks with sandals to a wedding. If you want to do that, fine, but don't blame me when people stare at you like you're an alien. What I mean is this, being different means you think in ways others are afraid to think, you do what others are too lazy to do, and you attempt what others only dream about but never dare to try. Look carefully at the world around you. The crowd is always busy trying to blend in, but the world never remembers people who blend in. The world remembers people who stand out. Every great entrepreneur, every inventor, every leader at first, they were laughed at. People called them crazy, unrealistic, even stupid. But history shows us something amazing. The so-called crazy people change the world, while the so-called normal people spend their lives complaining about the world. So, if people laugh at you today, don't be sad. It might just mean you're on the right path. Let me tell you, the biggest disease today is not COVID, not malaria, not even heartbreak, it is sameness. Sameness is when you spend your life trying to fit in. You study because everyone else is studying, not because you have passion. You buy things to look rich, not because you are rich. You live on Instagram trying to prove your life is better than your neighbor's dog. This is the trap that keeps people average. Let me give you a funny example. One time I asked my students, why do you want to start a business? They said, because everyone is doing business. I said, if everyone is jumping into a river, do you also jump? They said, yes, if the river is trending on TikTok. My friends, sameness will never make you rich, never make you great, and never make you remembered. Only difference makes you valuable. Diamonds are valuable because they are rare, not because they are everywhere. Now, you may ask me, Jack, okay, we understand, but how do we actually be different? Good question. Let me give you some simple but powerful ways. A, think long term. When others think short term. Most people want quick money. They say, Jack, how can I make $1 million in 1 week? I tell them, easy, rob a bank, but please don't put my name on it. If you want to be different, think long term. Plant trees that may take years to grow, but will one day give shade to generations. While others are busy chasing coins, you focus on building wealth. While others eat the seed, you plant the seed. B, learn what others refuse to learn. When I was a boy, I decided to learn English by talking to foreigners. People laughed. They said, Jack, why waste time? China is Chinese. But today, the same English took me to America, to the world stage, to this microphone. If you want to be different, learn skills others ignore. Everyone is learning easy things. You learn difficult things. Everyone is learning gossip. You learn leadership, coding, finance, emotional intelligence. That will separate you. See, serve when others want to be served. Let me share with you a secret. Most people are selfish. They think, what can I get? But if you want to be different, think, what can I give? When I started Alibaba, I didn't start because I wanted to become the richest man in China. I started because I wanted to help small businesses, farmers, young entrepreneurs. People thought I was stupid, but service is what made me stand out. D, be fearless when others are fearful. The crowd always runs when there is risk. Be the person who runs in when everyone else runs out. Opportunities hide inside fear. If you are afraid, you will always follow the brave. But if you are brave, people will follow you. Let me tell you, being different is not easy. People will laugh at you. They laughed at me when I told them I wanted to build a global company from my small apartment. They said, Jack, you are crazy. Go get a stable job. Today, those same people send me messages saying, Jack, can I get a job in your company? And I reply, sorry, we are full. Try the company you told me to apply to 20 years ago. Sometimes being different will make you lonely. You will walk alone, think alone, cry alone, but loneliness is the price of greatness. Even an eagle flies alone while chickens gather in groups. You see, when you are different, people won't understand you, but that's okay. You don't need everyone to understand you. Even your phone battery doesn't last the whole day. So why do you expect people's support to last forever? Let me share with you a few personal lessons that taught me the true value of being different. First, failing the same way made me different. I failed many exams in school. Some of my classmates used to celebrate when they scored 95%. Others cried if they scored 80%. Me, I was just praying for 40% to survive. At the time, I thought I was cursed. Later, I realized that those repeated failures were like tough teachers shaping me into someone who could handle rejection better than most. Where others gave up after one no, I was already used to hearing no 10 times before breakfast. That resilience became my competitive advantage. Second, starting Alibaba was different. In the 1990s, when I told people that China could do e-commerce, they thought I was speaking science fiction. They laughed. Jack, China doesn't even have reliable internet, and you are dreaming of online business? I said, yes, because if America can do it, why can't we? The internet does not belong to one country. I believed in the possibility when everyone else doubted. That's what made us pioneers. The truth is, pioneers are often people crazy enough to see what is invisible to others. Third, success is about difference, not perfection. I'm not the smartest businessman, not the most educated, not the richest today, but I always tried to think differently. While others chased money first, I chased impact. While others worried about looking smart, I was okay looking foolish if it meant I was learning. And while others wanted fast results, I was patient with the process. That difference made all the difference. So my friends, don't worry if you are not perfect. Worry only if you are not different. Young people, listen to me carefully. Your youth is your greatest currency, but many of you are spending it on the wrong things. Don't waste your best years trying to be like your friends. If all your friends are spending 10 hours a day playing video games, you be the one who learns how to build a video game. If your friends are wasting time gossiping on social media, you be the one investing that time learning skills, reading books, or creating something meaningful. Remember, when you are young, time looks cheap. But when you grow old, you realize it was the most expensive thing you ever had. Don't try to be popular. Popularity fades faster than a cheap haircut. Instead, be valuable, because value lasts forever. Don't try to blend in. Even a chameleon blends in, but nobody claps for it. Stand out like a lighthouse. Maybe you are alone, but you guide others. Don't try to please everyone. You are not ice cream. Even ice cream cannot please everyone, because some people are lactose intolerant. Instead, please your purpose, because purpose will never abandon you. When you decide to be different, prepare yourself for mockery. People will laugh, criticize, and call you names. They might say, you're wasting your time, or you'll never succeed. But success has a funny way of changing people's opinions. The same ones who mocked you will later say, we always believed in you. Of course, they're lying, but let them lie. Lies cannot cancel your results. So, youth, here is the truth. Dare to be different. Dare to build when others are destroying, to create when others are consuming, and to dream when others are doubting. That is how you will rise above the crowd. Let me end with this. The world does not need another copy. Believe me, we already have enough photocopies. Millions of people trying to dress the same, think the same, act the same, and even eat the same food because it's trending. If everybody is copying everybody, what new value do you bring? None. That's why the world is not waiting for another version of someone else. It's waiting for the original version of you. If you live like everyone else, you will die like everyone else, unnoticed, unremembered, uninspiring. Nobody will talk about you. Nobody will write about you, and your name will vanish faster than yesterday's news. But if you dare to be different, if you dare to stand out, you will live beyond your years. You will live in the history books, in the hearts of people you inspired, and in the legacy you leave behind. Think about it. When we talk about Thomas Edison, Albert Einstein, Nelson Mandela, Steve Jobs, we don't remember them because they blended in. We remember them because they stood out, even when standing out was costly. They were willing to look strange, to be misunderstood, and to be laughed at because they believed in their vision. So my friends, don't apologize for being different. Don't shrink yourself to make others comfortable. Don't silence your dream because the crowd doesn't understand it. The truth is, the world never remembers those who fit in. It only remembers those who change it. So stand tall, shine bright, and keep being your unique self. Because those who dare to be different are the ones who push humanity forward. And who knows, the next person the world remembers might just be you. Thank you.